The Scream Kings are in no way responsible for any encounters with the paranormal, extraterrestrial abductions, eldritch insanity, hauntings, hexes, curses, demonic possessions, cryptozoological sightings, or any loss of sleep from listening to this podcast.
Hello, and welcome to the Scream Kings podcast. I'm NJ Gallegos.
I'm Max George.
And I'm Nathaniel Darkish.
Yes, a podcast. It's a peculiarity of mine. I don't even try to rationalize it anymore.
Yes, a podcast. It's a peculiarity of mine. I don't even try to rationalize it anymore. Maybe leave both of them in.
I think we leave both of them in and we just let
Maybe
the
I'll
viewers
make
decide.
an unholy fusion out of them.
Oh no. Yes and no. I love it. Hello, everyone.
Yes, we are back.
Gang's back together.
The power of a lesbian, a gay, and a straight. All united.
Oh, yeah.
Representation.
Exactly. DI. Here we are, Trump. Get with it.
We're here.
gosh.
Two of us are queer.
Get used to it.
Oh, I missed you both. How have you been? How was Thanksgiving?
It was good.
It was pretty good. I made some delicious pie, as I usually do.
Your pie is so good. Was it the
Yeah.
peanut butter? Yeah. Go to hell.
Course.
Because that pie.
It sounded really good when you were describing it.
It is transcendent.
It is wonderful.
Pumpkin
I
crunch cream
had-
pie.
A lot of people at my Thanksgiving, and people are the worst. So happy to not have people around. So there we go.
That's the best part of the holidays is when you're like, I can be alone again.
When is that, NJ? Can you please tell me?
Usually when the family leaves. Although, I did have a pretty good time. I watched K-pop Demon Hunters for the first time with my nieces, and it was so good.
It's stupid.
It is so good.
I completely blame my child, but my top 5 Spotify songs of the year were K-pop Demon Hunter songs.
Was it Golden? Because that one is a banger.
Golden was number 1, and then, yeah, it doesn't even matter. It's just all K-pop Demon Hunter. So.
I mean,
I think
considering that one of the last times I was at your house, your daughter taught my daughter a K-pop Demon Hunters dance number.
Yeah, right? I think this year I'm going to give her the gift of her own Spotify account.
Is she messing with your algorithm?
I try and I do the little setting of I don't want this in my algorithm. But you can only do that so far before Golden. Yeah, my God. I love K-pop Demon Hunters. I want them to win all the awards, but I also wanted more variety in my Spotify yearly playlist.
My friend sent me her Spotify, and she's a Swiftie, and the top 5 songs were Taylor Swift. I was like, very on brand for you.
I think mine got tainted by my children because my number 1 song was Baby Mine from Dumbo, because my daughter loves that song.
That's kind of a throwback.
And
what?
apparently she played it 150 times throughout the year.
150?
I think so.
Wow.
Because, it was my number 1 song, and I'm like, I've listened to some of these other albums a whole bunch of times. So, yeah.
What do we think Aunt Gladys's number 1 song is? That's the real question.
Abracadabra.
No.
Too many gays are like, oh, I love Lady Gaga. I'm a basic gay boy.
Are you saying you don't love Lady Gaga?
No, I do, but
Okay.
she's not my. Well, I mean,
She's kind of a gay icon, to be fair. No, I'm Aunt
I don't-
Gladys and Lady Gaga.
Though, let's be
No.
real. The real song from Gladys is definitely "Bitch Better Have My Money" from Rihanna.
I was thinking Maleficent circa, what was it, 2008, 2009? I know you. I want. No? Or just
Oh,
you
yeah,
won't let
yeah.
me
Once
sing?
Upon a Dream. No?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you just let me sing it like a moron, so thank you.
I think you did that yourself.
No!
We weren't like, which one, Max? Tell us which one. You just started singing yourself.
Fair. Okay. Shut up. Let's talk about the movie.
All right, we are talking Weapons from 2025, written and directed by Zach Kreger.
I think this is like top 3 horror movies of the year, if I'm gonna be honest.
I really dug it. Yeah, it's definitely, in that top echelon for me as well. There's a few more I need to watch. I still need to see like Bring Her Back and a few others. I need to see.
You
Sinners.
haven't?
I haven't yet
Okay.
either. Yeah.
Both of you get off the podcast. I will finish this episode. You bitches.
By myself.
You have. Ah!
I've been busy. I've been watching The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. What have you not understood about this?
You haven't seen Sinners or Bring
Nope.
Her Back?
No.
Both of you?
Yeah, and I also want to see that see the new Oz Perkins movie, whatever that one was called. Now I'm gonna check because it's gonna bother me. That the one that just like came out like 3 weeks ago.
I don't know. Predator?
Yeah. Wait, yeah.
No,
isn't
you
it-
saw that. You saw that.
You
Keeper.
saw that, but not Sinners and.
No, I'm saying I want to see Keeper too, before I make judgments of what my very favorite of the year is. Keeper looks bananas. Oh, and I also need to see The Running Man and The Long Walk.
Same. Yeah.
Okay, but are those horror? They're action.
Oh, yeah. No, they're totally horror.
Yeah, they're horror.
Running Man? Running Man?
I don't know.
Man is more, I guess, social
Commentary.
It's like a dark social satire. It's horror adjacent. Stephen King.
Okay, just because it's Stephen King doesn't automatically make it horror.
No, I agree. I'm just saying it's, but it has like enough horrific elements in it that like.
I would fight.
At least the book
against
did.
that.
I don't know. I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, exactly. The movie, or the trailer at least. I haven't seen the movie yet, but there is nothing horror that I've seen in the trailer.
It does look kind of cheesy. But like good
Oh.
cheesy.
Yeah,
But-
no. Cheese is great, and Tidy Whitey's great. That's all I am there for.
I mean, and it's directed by my favorite director, Edgar Wright.
For a movie that doesn't. Sorry.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm excited to see it.
So am I. We watched Naked Gun, and Mark almost peed himself. So, we need more dumb movies like that.
I need to see that one too.
It's so good.
The one with Liam Neeson.
It's so stupid good.
I like those movies though. Like, have you seen like the old Dracula, Dead and Loving It, like that kind of stuff? It's so cheesy. I love it.
And they lean into that. They're just doing puns over and over and over. And it's great. I love it.
Same.
So anyway, weapons. Man, we are all over the place. Not that I'm complaining. Okay, weapons. Do we want to try to summarize this tangled knot of a movie?
I'll take a stab if y'all want.
I do want to give like a spoiler warning. The less you know about this movie, the better. So this is your warning. If you have not seen Weapons, like the imbeciles of my co-host have not seen Sinners and Bring Her Back, turn around and watch the movie and then come back. Because the less you know about Weapons, the better it's going to be.
I definitely agree, and it's definitely worth your time.
Absolutely.
And you agree with me calling both of you imp-
I mean,
tomato.
I haven't seen two movies that are apparently awesome, so apparently I have work to do on myself. I'm looking at the man in the mirror.
Oh, okay, Michael Jackson.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so Weapons. Weapons starts out with Miss Gandy, a third grade teacher who shows up to school one day, and her class, everybody is gone except a little boy named Alex. And the movie kind of weaves through a cast of characters and interacting points of view to tell the story as to what happened to all the kids. And Aunt Gladys is there with iconic bangs and pastel pantsuits. That is Alex's aunt, and she is involved in a little bit of witchcraftery, as it turns out, and possession zombies, I'm gonna say, and there we go.
NJ, I love you. I feel like there is 9 more minutes between
We'll get to
School is
it.
empty.
We'll
School
get
is
to
empty, and Aunt Gladys. But yeah,
none of it all
fair.
matters until Aunt Gladys shows up.
I mean, fair. I understand that.
But you're right. More stuff happens. Yes.
So, do you want me to try to hit at least our main characters in our web?
Yeah, I've already forgotten most of their names, so go for it. Yes.
Yes. So Justine, Miss Gandy, is trying to get on with her life after this terrible thing happened. It's this next school year, and we see that the community has largely turned against her. She is just seeking answers. She is definitely doing some unethical things as a teacher. But is out there trying to find out some answers about what happened to all these kids, what's going on with Alex, because he seems to be acting very weird. His house is weird, and so she's trying to figure out what's going on there. We also follow.
No. Can you explain non-ethical things?
Just like that she is going and trying to like follow him and interact with him like outside of the school, like anything that would, like, a lot of the stuff that she does like would have straight up gotten her fired as a teacher, and like and it seems like she has definitely kind of pushed boundaries before, and so I think a lot of people are not taking her seriously as a person trying to solve this, because she is willing to go against the like rules of being a teacher. I
bring that up because there is quite the heavy subplot of her being an alcoholic.
Yes.
And I don't think that entirely relates to her being a bad teacher.
Oh yeah, no. Great point. Because the unethical stuff is her seeking him out outside of the school and all of that stuff.
She's a creep. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and also like that she does some other things that are not unethical relative to teaching, just kind of unethical in general, in terms of like she tries to get information by manipulating and sleeping with her ex, who is a police officer, and just lots of stuff like that. Where
he's also Han Solo.
Yes! Oh my god!
Oh yeah.
That is a terrible movie.
Haven't blocked that movie from my brain.
Yeah, it's better.
Oh, okay, but yeah. So then our and basically we see her follow and try to figure out what's going on at his house, and her first segment kind of ends with her falling asleep in front of their house, and a weird puppet looking lady version of Alex's mom comes out, breaks into her car, and cuts a big chunk of her hair. Then we cut to Archer, played by Josh Brolin, who is the father of one of the kids who disappeared, and he is just this very, my way or the highway, very like alpha male type who is trying to get answers, and like he starts going and trying to first, he is harassing Justine and kind of leads a public mob essentially against her at a teacher parent meeting. But then but he's trying to get answers. He's trying to figure out what's going on. He's definitely like a parent who is willing to do anything that it takes to figure out what happened to his son, but is also crossing lots of lines. He writes witch on the side of Justine's car. He is really a very aggressive, very manipulative, but he's doing anything he can to get answers, and he starts to realize that like the kids are all running in this like really weird straight line, and basically gets some like Ring doorbell footage and stuff like that from a few different people, and that kind of leads him towards the house. We also have a drug addict, James, who is having some really fun run-ins with the law, but he starts to uncover some information, but he is only willing to help to try to get some reward money. And yeah, basically like as kind of, we start to see all of their stories start to intertwine, and we have we're also shown Alex's perspective, and we find out that Aunt Gladys moved in, and she is a witch, and she basically turns his parents into husks of themselves. He has to take care of them,
perhaps.
Yes, that's a good way to put it. And yeah, so his life is at first turning into go to school, come home, feed my parents who can't feed themselves, who can't do anything for themselves, try to just stay out of Gladys's way, lather, rinse, repeat. But then she's like, oh, it's not working, it's not good enough, because she's sick, she's clearly trying to still like their life force. She's like, I need more. And so she makes Alex take possessions from all of the classmates, which then results in all of them disappearing. And so we see that he's trying to figure out how to mitigate this hellscape that is his life as Aunt Gladys controls him.
Yeah, I think you brought up something really cool about this movie. Is it makes you think one thing, and then there's a certain point in the movie and you're like, oh shit, this is a completely different movie.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
does that a few
I think
times.
The marketing really did this well. It reminded me of Blair Witch Project, where you're seeing trailers that aren't trailers for the movie, but it's just found footage of Ring cameras of the kids running away, and that is terrifying. If you want something to scare you, look up Ring camera footage.
Yep.
I like watching people fall on their steps.
Yeah. that can definitely be a good time.
Sorry. My brain, it just jumped there.
We're just silently judging you. That's what that silence was.
That's fair. I'll give, yeah.
But yeah, so ultimately, like, what we have is Archer and Justine end up joining up after Justine very publicly gets attacked by Marcus, played by Benedict Wong, who is the principal at the school. He attacks her while possessed, under the control of Gladys, and he is clearly, not well. He is like puking up black bile. He's got his eyes bulging out of his head. He's doing the weird run. And and just attacking her, and Archer gets involved and helps save Justine. But then so then these two who have been kind of at odds with each other are now working together to try to solve this, and they ultimately find, or go to Alex's house and find a basement full of children that are under the control of Gladys as well, and kind of ultimately the spell is essentially broken, and these kids chase down Gladys and kill her.
Boy, do they kill her.
Oh yeah.
They go bonkers, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that scene is something else. But yeah, so like it's interesting because it starts out with this really weird mystery, and then by the end of it, we get this like very over the top, and really bananas like story about a witch.
But we don't know it's a witch until like the last third of the movie, right?
Yep.
Which I think we have to. Everyone loves Gladys. Gladys is amazing. She is the gay icon that I wished I had as a child. But we don't know about her until the like last third. So I think it's important to talk about how her presence in the movie is not a plot point until it needs to be a plot point. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But they also do give you some Easter eggs that she's coming up. So when she does show up, they're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it definitely sets it up really well. But yeah, so let's talk about what worked. So I mean, we've already talked a little bit about the viral marketing, but I also wanted to add that they had a website that was called maybrookmissing.net, which was as though it were parents and the community trying to figure out like what's going on with these missing kids, which was pretty well done. It had a lot of the ring cam footage that was in some of the ads as well, and then a lot of the theaters did their premiere showing at 2:17, which I thought was fun because that's a number that comes up a whole bunch because that's when all the kids disappear, and also other things.
I wanted to ask, like, was there any significance to that number, or was it just kind of a random thing?
I have looked into this a lot, and we'll let's get back to that.
Well,
I think we can go down a big rabbit hole with that.
Yeah. So 7 + 1 + 2 is 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is very occultish. That is what I kind of understood when the movie was first shown. I was like, oh yeah, okay, 10 o'clock. There's something spooky ooky going on here. Rather than serial killer or, child molester, blah, 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 blah.
Mm.
I've watched, I'm sure this is what you're hinting at, Nathaniel, but interviews with the director, and 2:17 was the time when one of his very good colleagues, very good friends, killed himself.
Yes. Well,
so
died in an accident, a drunken accident is more accurate.
Yeah, I mean, we can't decide. I think he made it pretty clear of what he thinks it is, but yeah, his friend died at 2:17 due to alcohol and other things. So
yes,
it is an homage, I think, to that individual.
Okay.
Also, it is in and of itself kind of a horror Easter egg. That is the room in The Shining, in the book. I
forgot about that.
It also has some potential meaning relative to some things in real life. So, a lot of this is at least symbolically kind of playing with the idea of like gun violence and stuff like that, particularly around like gun violence in classrooms. And so, like there was a bill that was trying to pass, and they had 217 votes for it, but it didn't pass. That a lot of people have pointed at that. there's Matthew 2:17 in the Bible. It talks about violence against children. The slaughter of innocents.
AR-17 is a very powerful gun. I think what I've seen, at least, I mean, we can make all of these connections, but the director, Zach Kreger, doesn't want to talk about it. He's been very good at, like, I've created this thing. It's going to create a life of its own. People can interpret it how they want to interpret it.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and like even within the movie, you know, people are pointing out like, okay, but there were 17 children that are missing, and then there are 2 people from that classroom that remained. So you know, Alex and Justine are the remaining ones. So yeah, like there's just like a lot of things where I think he just found ways to kind of work it in every conceivable way to get us to go, wait, what is that?
And he may have like done that intentionally to try and get a message across. But I think it's also really cool as a director to say, like, this is how I am presenting this media. Everyone else, you can interpret it how you want, and I'm not going to say that's wrong or right or bad or good, whatever, you know?
Yep. It's the smile and nod thing in interviews. Just go, yeah, that's an interesting observation. Which, yeah.
It's just like, it's fucking cool. Yeah. I don't know of a director that we've had like that in the last few years. I was really appreciative of that.
Yeah, I like, and that's something I definitely want to highlight with this, is that like, this is a movie that, you know, has its own kind of contradictions and questions and all of that, and it makes us engage with it more and think about it more. Like, I like that it doesn't tie up things in a neat bow. It does it leaves things off in a way that makes us go, but there's all these layers of meaning, and like, but did this thing actually happen? Did this happen this way? What's going on? What does this mean? What does this mean? And in a way that gets us to want to come back, want to engage with it again, makes us, you know, think about the themes more critically. It's definitely like the kind of puzzle box that's very rewarding the more you kind of pick at it.
Yeah, I agree, and I think we're going to see that throughout the movie as we dissect the positives.
Mm-hmm. Next thing we can just kind of talk about is, you know, like right away the movie grabs you. That, you know, opening scene before we even have the word weapons, you know, it's little girl's voice explaining, you know, that this terrible thing happened, all the children disappeared. You know, people are covering it up because of how ashamed they are that they couldn't, you know, figure out what was going on. Like that is one hell of a way to get your attention right away. And then, you know, the montage of all these children just running into the streets to an unknown destination.
Do either of you know where that voice came from? The actress?
Mm-mm.
No.
She's the like main protagonist of Megan and Megan 2.0.
Really?
So you're right, Nathaniel. I think that was a very good grab. I think they did it very, very well. But those of us who have seen the Megans, it was like, oh, is Megan here?
You're so... Oh, yeah. I need to see 2.0 still.
Oh, it's so good. It's stupid. It's so good.
Yeah, like for me, you know, with that monologue, I actually just thought it was supposed to be Alex telling us the story the first time I watched it, and then I realized, wait, no, that's not quite his voice. And so that was interesting. But yeah, like, but I like right off the bat that it's one, you know, it is telling us this wild story, but it's also kind of doing it through the lens of childhood and the way that things are distorted through that lens. It's kind of that like oral storytelling, folklore kind of thing, but especially like the elementary school, you know, schoolyard folklore. And so there's this kind of quality to the whole film that makes you then go, is any of this real? Is this what they're telling? Is this what people are telling the kids? And yeah, so like once we get more into this, I want to kind of revisit that idea.
I like that. I liked how it was a linear story, but it's told through the different characters' perspective. So you even see the same event kind of through their lens. Like when Justine and Paul, her cop ex-boyfriend or whatever, are meeting at the bar. She interprets it as like, he comes up real quick, gives her a hug, sits down, and then he interprets that as they get up and have kind of like a loving embrace that's prolonged and whatnot. So they're kind of assigning different like meanings to it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I appreciate. I think that's one of the biggest cons I have about this movie is the like segmented plot telling. I felt like there was one or two stories that we just didn't need.
Yeah, what would you say was the one that we didn't need? Like Paul, maybe?
Or James?
Paul and James, honestly. Like, one or the other. I think I've talked to Mark about this a lot, is this movie is fantastic, but I think the pacing of it just went a little bit too far past the line because of these segmented stories, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I had thought initially, like the first time I saw it, I thought it drug a little bit.
Yeah, same.
Going into it again, it was kind of like you get more on the rewatch because you're like, oh, I'm noticing this. So I didn't notice it as much the second time.
Yeah, I will say that at least on my rewatch, James also kind of annoyed me just because he's, such a like drug addict stereotype in a lot of ways. And so it just like watching him and how he plays out. Like, I mean, the actor did a good job, and he does like unearth interesting things, but ultimately he just kind of doesn't do anything that much, other than it's just a way to reveal some information to us that the other characters don't know.
Mm.
Well, so I'm gonna challenge that a little bit. Is it the story of James that is making us, not like this plot point, or is it the So we have James, his plot point, his character arc, or is it the pacing of the film? Like, does that make sense?
I think it's kind of both, because I think his perspective and ultimately kind of what he adds to the plot slows things down when we could have gotten more quickly to the other characters coming to realizations if we didn't have to have him show us things that we didn't necessarily know otherwise, but would have been, I don't know, like they are more rewarding to get them through the eyes of the other characters, and I think getting to that revelation for them more quickly would have been worthwhile. So it affects the pacing, but it also kind of affects the emotional impact of some of the information he learns.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. I am actually kind of on the other side. The cop. What is the cop's name? I'm sorry.
Paul.
I thought his character arc was kind of intrusive to the bigger story.
Yeah, that's fair.
He is ex of our main character. He's a cop. He is germophobic, I think we can assume, with the needles.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets stabbed. And then he goes to the house and becomes possessed. So what did he bring that the drug addict didn't, I guess, is what I'm asking.
Oh, yeah. That I think that's fair. Yeah, I think if you had to cut one of them, honestly, Paul was probably the bigger one.
Yeah, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. I think what is happening is the drug addict side of things and the cop side of things, right?
Mm-hmm. And so, especially since they're so interwoven with each other, that we could have gotten all of that through one of their perspectives, either one, or neither of them, and I think we would have been just fine.
That's a good point, Nathaniel. Thank you.
NJ,
what are your thoughts and opinions?
Oh, my thoughts and opinions. Well, let me see. What have I written down? First off, I just want to talk about how much I love Justine Gandy. I don't know if you have seen, so what is her name? Julia Garner in like Inventing Anna and Ozark. Have you watched either of those?
Nope.
Damn.
I saw her in Fantastic Four.
I did not catch that one. But she is just a stunning actress. She is amazing. One of the things that I liked about her is that she's a very flawed person.
Wait. Wasn't she in Monster or some werewolf movie?
Wolfman.
I didn't watch that.
She's in Wolfman. She's in Apartment 7A. She's in Maniac. She's in a ton of stuff. Virtue Being awesome. A Wallflower. Last Exorcism, Part 2.
But like growing up, I always thought teachers were like infallible. Like I thought that they were like the pinnacles of idealism and good, and I also thought they used to live at the school. So I kind of appreciate seeing how she's a normal person that's drinks a little too much and hooks up with her ex when she shouldn't, and she deals with things in not the appropriate ways.
Yeah, it definitely is good to have a very like flawed protagonist that we can still root for in spite of her flaws.
Yeah, you're rooting for her. And
same with Archer. Like, Josh Brolin's character. Like, he is kind of an a-hole the whole time, but you still like ultimately do kind of feel for him being a dad who is desperate to get to his son. So like I felt like they captured those things, even though like Justine and Archer both have some big things that make me kind of go, I don't necessarily like them as people, but I like them as these characters that are going through something.
Mm-hmm. It's very interesting to watch.
And their acting, I mean, everyone's acting was just amazing all the way through the movie.
Yeah, the acting in this movie is phenomenal.
One thing I want to highlight is just all of the like nightmare imagery, just like the look of the run. People keep making jokes about it being Naruto running online, but like, but I looked into kind of why Gregor had them run the way they do that. Basically like arms out, arms out and back. Kind of running. Just with like a weird posture to it. And apparently he specifically was taking from a very like famous newsreel image from I think it was the Korean War.
I think like Vietnam.
Or yeah, I couldn't remember if it was Korean War or Nam, but it's a little girl, she's called the Napalm Girl, who is has been affected by napalm. And that's how her body was positioned in that image, and it was like a really influential image in kind of getting people to realize, oh wait, this war is not just about soldiers shooting at soldiers. And so I loved how he took that and then like turned it into this kind of nightmarish thing with everybody. That's how all the characters run, and I love the choices of the bizarre makeup and a wig for for Gladys, the bulging eyes, the there's tons of nightmarish imagery, and like all of that like really does kind of get under your skin, and not just for the jump scare reasons or just like that's gross, but also just like, oh man, like this whole thing is just wrong. The whole thing feels like a nightmare.
Mm-hmm. You know what scene I liked a lot when Justine slept with her cop boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, whatever. His girlfriend finds out, and she's pursuing her in the liquor store, and you see her coming just closer as they turn aisle through aisle, coming closer to Mrs. Gandy, and then she just loses it, like that tension. I was like, oh my god, I'm so nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was real life, and I watched an interview with the production crew. They did that on a scooter, like a razor scooter kind of a thing.
With a kick.
Probably, but I think that's why it felt real, right? It's the jerkiness and the reality of it all.
Like the pursuit, yeah, it was very unnerving.
Yeah, or when Alex's mom comes to get the hair, like the way she's moving as she's holding the scissors and like walking down the
that scene though,
sidewalk. Yeah, it's awful.
And it's almost worse because you picture her like, she's going to stab her or she's going to do this. And she just cuts her hair and you're like, that's even fucking creepier.
Yeah.
Right? And it's so innocuous. You see this like big house, door opens, lady comes out. That's how she sounds when she walks.
Right?
And it's just like uncomfortable, which is almost like you said, NJ, more scary than just her killing the individual. Ugh. Blech.
Also, I felt like a lot of people would notice that hair being cut, but maybe she was just like, I don't know, had a bender last night. Shit got wild. Some of my hair is gone.
I'm going to ask your wife to cut your hair in the middle of the night to see if you notice.
I think I would notice if I had Gladys bangs. I'd be like, what?
And that you suddenly look way more fabulous.
I don't know if I have the bone structure to pull off Aunt Gladys bangs.
I don't need you to look good. I just need to know, are you going to notice if your hair is cut?
When she puts the salad bowl on my hair and cuts right around it, I think I'll figure it out.
God. Oh, God. Okay, this movie is so good. What else do we love about it?
Just, this is a smaller thing, but I loved how the idea of a parasite is sprinkled throughout it. Like, that's what the lesson was that she was teaching early on. That's what is still up on her chalkboard when she has the nightmare where she sees Alex with the Gladys makeup in the dream. It's talking about a parasite, and how that functions as a thing in biology. And so it was fun to see that sprinkled all the way through.
Yeah, I turned to Mark when we saw it in theaters and said, "Do you see that there's a parasite?" They're talking about a parasite. There's another reference to a parasite. Something's going on.
Like, that's called foreshadowing.
They were just really big fans of the movie Parasite.
It is a good movie.
It is a good movie. I also really liked just the way that it kind of like had each character represent kind of like different facets of like the grief and loss process. That we have sort of people denying things, we have anger, we have all of those kind of stereotypical things that you hear. Oh, well, you have to go through the stages of grief, but like each character kind of was in a different place with that and meant different things. And I know that like in some interviews, Zach Krager talked about how like each character was kind of inspired by different things as he was going through the loss of his friend, and that he kind of put the anger part into Archer, and he put kind of the denial into Miss Gandy, and just like those kinds of things where like we see that, and it also kind of captures their like helplessness and hopelessness for all of the characters. I think especially for Alex, like he feels so hopeless in this situation, and he is so interesting because he plays a role in helping the villain, but like he is just as much of a victim as anyone else, and often it's hard to not feel almost worse for him than some of the other characters because he has to be complicit.
That is true. I thought that the like gore within this movie, it was like it hit a very nice medium between being kind of over the top, like when Marcus loses his shit and like bludgeons his partner to death with his own head and face. Yeah. The whole when he got hit by the car when he was running after Mrs. Gandy and just some things were exploded. And then obviously the iconic scene where the children tear Gladys apart. But then there was some of the other things that they're minor, but they were very disgusting. Like, was not a big fan of James stabbing Paul the cop with the dirty needles, and they just get stuck in his cheek.
Yeah,
did not like that. Whenever Aunt Gladys possesses or takes control of Alex's parents, she shows Alex what she can make them do, and they start stabbing themselves with the forks. Oh,
yeah, that's yes.
I did not like that. I did like, I will admit, I liked, so when Paul is also under Aunt Gladys's thrall, whatever, and Justine Gandy has that potato peeler and she starts peeling that slice of his face off, and he just has no reaction. Blech.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we have kind of skirted around the issue of Gladys.
Yeah, let's talk about Gladys.
Should we, talk about this horror icon that is taking over the internet?
Absolutely.
Like, holy fuck. Who is this lady? And I want to be best friends with her, but I don't want to make her mad.
That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah, she is very scary.
I don't think we've seen a horror icon like this since the Babadook.
Yeah, she's something else.
And so she's Alex's mom's aunt?
Maybe?
Yeah.
At least that's
what... how far back? Yeah.
Question mark?
Yeah. How far are we going back there?
But before we get there, like, what horror villain have we had that is so iconic before Gladys?
It's been a hot minute since we've had someone that is that grabbing.
Yeah.
Really?
And her, like, fashion. Immaculate. Her makeup could have used some work, but you know what? I'm not good at makeup either, so I'll forgive her that.
Yeah, honestly, her makeup reminds me a lot of... have either of you seen Blood Harvest?
Mm-mm.
It's not a good movie, but it's an entertaining movie. It was a horror movie that had Tiny Tim as a clown. The singer Tiny Tim, Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
Oh, yeah.
And his makeup looks very similar to some of what we had going on with her. And so, the whole time I was just like, is that like a reference to Blood Harvest? Is that like...
Well, I did see that, so she mentions, to Marcus, the principal, whenever he's asking why Alex's parents can't come, that they have the touch of consumption, right? So, TB. And I saw somewhere that they made her makeup like that because that's somewhat like what a TB victim would look like. They'd have kind of the pallor, but like rosy cheeks and whatnot. So it's kind of hinting.
All right. So one of the things that really intrigues me about this movie and the thing that I keep coming to when we're just talking about kind of the symbolism, we have a giant gun in the sky. We have all of this stuff, as well as, the narration at the beginning and end from that, little girl telling us the story. It is really just this big question of, is any of this real? Is Gladys real? Is the story real? Because, right off the bat, we're told some things that are directly contradicted by the things that happen in the story. At the end of that kind of early monologue, they all ran away and they were never seen again. But they are seen again. We see them. And by the end of it, the narration is telling us, some of these kids, have started talking again finally and stuff like that. And this is all being told to us 2 years later. So, but told to us by a child. And so I guess my question, my big thing is, looking at the symbolism, looking at all of that, it seems like the thing that this could be pointing to instead is that none of this is real, that this is the story that people tell themselves to make them feel better about what really happened, and that what really happened was something involving gun violence, where maybe Alex, because we see him getting bullied, we see him have a bad situation at home, that maybe instead of it being an evil witch, maybe he got a gun and killed the other kids at school. And that the story, the cover up, the whatever else we want to call this is the palatable version for kids. Well, there was an evil witch, and she took the kids away, but they're back with their families, and maybe we'll have them back here at school eventually. Much better than they're all dead.
That would be like what some right wingers, they were like, it wasn't a gun, it wasn't a school shooting, it was a witch, guys.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I think you raise a really good point.
Well, and ultimately, does it matter? I think either way, looking at it either as this is literally what happens, or this is all a symbol for the kind of thing that the stories we tell ourselves to make these awful bad things in the world feel more palatable, or at least this is the digestible version of it. Either way, I think it's super effective.
Yeah, I agree. I think the nihilistic destroy the elementary Sandy Hook is very valid. What does that do to Gladys, who is essentially our protagonist / antagonist, right? I think that kind of takes away her motivation and her perspective.
Yeah. Like if it is all a symbol, she doesn't exist, or doesn't exist in the same way.
So what does she symbolize, I guess, is what I'm asking.
She symbolizes this loss of control in Alex's life. The loss of maybe instead of it being this witch is controlling my parents, maybe addiction is controlling them. Maybe she represents alcoholism or addiction.
I know that the director is very focused on alcoholism and addiction here.
Yeah,
because I think there are two things going on.
Yeah, and that's what I really liked, is that as opposed to a lot of other films that I think fall into the trap of working on a symbolic level but not on a literal level, this works on both. That we can either have this interesting tale of the supernatural that is gripping and terrifying, and we can have this symbolic meaning, and both can function effectively.
Yes, I hear you, and I understand where you're coming from. I think one of those plot narratives disintegrates Gladys as a villain.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So why is Gladys important if she's not important? Does that make sense?
Yeah, and that she would become something else, that she's a symbol for something else.
Yeah.
Which does lose the power of what makes her so effective. But and so going back to Gladys, I think she works so well because she is, I think, ultimately a thing that we can't truly understand, and that we have so many questions about, and that's what makes her so exciting as a villain, I think.
Agreed.
Because she is so incomprehensible, and she doesn't fit even necessarily our idea of what a witch is, or a particular kind of magic tradition or anything necessarily. She plays a lot of those roles, but she doesn't. But what she's doing is a little Haitian voodoo, and a little Wiccan-y, and a little this and a little that.
Just because she's not Haitian or she's not Celtic or whatever, she's still a witch, and she's trying to achieve immortality through the innocence of kids.
Oh yeah. And
I think we're putting Haitian voodoo and Celtic paganism in a box, right?
Yeah, well, and I think that's actually to the film's credit is what I guess what I'm getting at is that like because she doesn't fit within any of our like conventional like I've seen it portrayed this way and this way and this way. It's kind of this like amalgamation of those things in a way that is kind of wholly original.
I think that's fair. Yeah, I agree with you. I just want us to be careful about saying, oh, she's a witch and she is in this box of Celtic, Norse, Haitian. This is the kind of witch that she is, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's that she kind of fits more of a nightmarish logic and childlike understanding of what a witch can do in a way that I think is ultimately better for the scares because we can't pin it down.
And to be fair, just as you said, I think the majority of the Western world sees non-Christian beliefs, witchcraft, as demonic and evil, and yeah. So I don't know. I am just playing devil's advocate here.
Okay. Do we want to talk about things that we didn't like as much in this movie? There's only I think a few things we wanted to cover, unless there's anything else we wanted to talk about as things that really work for us.
Yes.
Yeah. I think we need to go there.
Yes. For me, and this is one that has been like a weird sticking point for me. The weird gun floating over the house dream was a bit too distracting for me. Like, if it works to point to the gun violence, I kind of get it, I guess. But it still just was like, I don't know. I felt like the other dreams that we got were much more effective and horrific, and then just a bunch of weird floating guns just kind of made me spend way too much of the movie just sitting and thinking about that instead of actually paying attention to what was happening.
It's like if you know what's going on, you know, but if you don't know what the hell is going on, right?
Yeah, then I was just like, but why the guns? I just kept asking that over and over and over again.
I get that, yeah, for sure.
I thought that they could have done a little bit better job showing, like, Aunt Gladys benefiting from people's life forces. Like, she, her hair, like, oh, okay, now she has, like, 4 little stringy pieces of hair, and then she braids them. It's like, is that enough? Like, maybe she should have more hair, like...
Yeah, they made
improve a little bit more.
They made a whole scene about her, like, being weak and... what's his face came in and she's like, oh, I'm so bad. I need children.
Yeah, but then she's not like up, training for like the London Marathon or anything the next day after she gets all the kids.
Yeah, her improvement seemed very gradual or very
minimal.
Agreed.
Yeah.
It was life force, not youth, I guess we could say.
Mm. But even then, yeah, she just still seemed like she was,
Yeah, 100%.
Kind of dragging. To me, like when the kids chased down Gladys and rip her apart, that one felt more, I don't know, silly, farcical than I wanted it to. Just for me, like it's definitely very campy, and I'm not opposed to camp. I just felt like it felt out of place for how significant it was in terms of the plot, maybe. I don't know. Did that scene work for you guys?
I liked it, but I thought it was like kind of a humorous punch to it. Like it's like, oh, you fucked around, you found out, Gladys. Sorry. So it worked for me.
I did say it was camp, but I think it's kind of a maybe an homage to how serious it was, and that's like, yeah, okay, you're stupid. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can see where you're coming from, Nathaniel, because the first time I watched it, I was like, what?
Yeah.
We're just having a moment.
Yakety sax running.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
Do you think the homeowner's insurance covered all that? You're just like, these kids just ran through my window. I don't really know.
That is the first question Mark had. He was like, wait, what about all these other people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they're trying to suppress it. State Farm is like, absolutely not. It's gun violence. It's not this witch.
All right. Well, that's all I had. Anyone else have anything else they want to point out as maybe any issues you had with the movie?
I didn't. Okay, so the end, we already kind of discussed, like, oh, and then they started to talk again, and I think I would have liked it to be a little more bleaker, like, oh, these kids all ended up sent to a mental hospital and they never recovered kind of thing, like, but maybe that's just because I'm dark.
It did seem like it would be more fitting, but again, like, at that point, I was kind of questioning everything, because I'm like, wait, but they were told we'd never see them again, so what is real, what isn't? And so, like, I just had so many questions at that point that But yeah, I mean, showing us a bleaker end would have been, I think, satisfying for the tone of the movie.
Yeah.
Should we rate this?
I had something in my
Yes.
brain, but it just left my brain. Something about too dark, not too dark. Yeah, it's
uneven
fine.
tone.
To be continued in the next Scream Kings episode.
Yes. All right. Well, let's rate this thing. So, Screams. How scary is this movie, guys?
I said a 5. It's spooky. It's not like pee your pants spooky. But I think if you're new to horror, you're going to watch this movie and you're going to be terrified. So,
Yeah.
middle of the road.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I give it a 5 as well. Like, when it does deliver on scares, they're really effective, but it does, I don't know, pitch us a few softballs as well.
Yeah, I went 4. I thought that it sometimes did veer a little bit into, like we talked, the campy humor, so it kind of offset some of the horror for me. The possession thrall zombies, though, I did like that.
Yep. All right, and then Crowns. How good is this movie?
I'm sorry. We have to dissect. What is a thrall versus a zombie?
Yes, tell me, teacher. I've been a bad girl. Tell me what it is.
Okay.
Well, if
Good
we're talking
girl.
voodoo zombies, they are basically just thralls.
Sure. Zombie is someone who has died and is resurrected to do a service.
Yeah.
Thrall is essentially anybody who is possessed and follows the orders of the possessor. So, Nathaniel, I possess you with Pazuzu, and you come over to fold all my laundry. You are not a zombie, you're a thrall.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay. The more you
Come
know.
over here.
They're weirdly unused thralls. They're like puppets that are being left on the shelf
The eat Campbells.
to eat the grossest looking soup.
To fold the dirtiest of laundry, Nathaniel. You're my thrall. Get over here.
Wait, why are you folding it if it's still dirty?
Don't. Next question.
So what do you rate this as Crowns, Max?
I love this movie. I gave it an 8. It's one of the 3 big horror movies that I watched for our horror movie marathon. I think it has equal parts horror, plot, story. I don't know. I think it's really good. We are horror critics, so we can kind of judge it on the scares.
Mm-hmm.
But as a movie, it's pretty solid.
I agree. I gave it a 7.5, basically for those same reasons, and it just it's one that stayed with me, and honestly, it's one that I want to kind of keep rewatching, keep revisiting, keep stewing over, and see. But I wouldn't be surprised if you ask me in a year or two if it's gone up a full point or maybe two. Like I really do dig this movie.
Yeah, I get that for sure. NJ?
I'll give it a 7. I enjoyed it. I think it's a fun movie. It's no Jack Frost or anything, but...
Oh my god. Did you listen? Listen, open your ears. Are they ready?
You're so hateful.
That's the most hateful raspberry I've ever heard.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Okay, we are moving into December, and if I have to watch another fucking snowman movie,
they don't have a third one, so you're fine.
But now I'm gonna look up snowman horror.
Oh my god!
I would argue
NJ,
that like 4 points of my 7 are Aunt Gladys alone. Like, she is the thing that I remember the most from this movie. She is my takeaway. She is my emotional support witch.
That's fair. Bad news, Max. There's a movie called Snow Falls from 2023 that looks real bad.
I have 2 things to say. 1, Nathaniel, go fuck yourself. 2, NJ, does a character make a movie good? Because we could say Pinhead makes Hellraiser good. Is that true?
In my opinion, yeah. It does it for me. If I'm watching somebody captivating, the rest of the movie can be garbage and I'll still be enthralled.
Okay.
But,
I'll give you that.
To go to play devil's advocate, Pinhead, for Hellraiser, great. Pinhead and Hellraiser 6 or whatever, not so much.
Yeah. His gimmick had kind of gotten old, though. You can only whip some chains so much.
We got.
I think this is a question.
To show you.
I think this is a question we have to face in other episodes. Is it Freddy that makes the Freddy episodes good, or sorry, the Freddy movies good?
But
or is it the series? By the way,
you have slashers though. Those are a dime a dozen. Like, where do you get an Aunt Gladys?
Is it Jason that makes Friday the 13th good? Or is it the movie?
I mean, he barely appears in Friday the 13th.
I know. I'm serious, though. Are we objectifying horror movies because we love the villain?
No, that's very fair. I think a lot of times people will give a lot of credit to series that I think, or to movies within a series that I feel don't deserve it because of how awesome a character is. Yeah.
I am now going to go to bed thinking about what horror villains make the series.
Yeah. Hey, but if it works, it works. It gets you thinking about it. Get you happy.
Yeah.
That is fair.
But yeah.
Okay, so NJ, is Alien a good movie without the alien?
Alien is good because of Ripley and Jonesy.
Yeah, that's true.
That is not what I asked.
But also a great protagonist can save the movie and make it iconic. But I mean, have you seen the Xenomorph? It's the perfect organism, so...
I love the Xenomorph, but I'm going to push you.
But it definitely didn't save Alien Resurrection.
No, it did not. It did not.
Okay, fair.
Although the horror I remember quite a bit from that one is the human Xenomorph baby thing. I did not like
It's all fleshy.
Oh, I did not like that.
Yeah, that thing's bad.
This is a conversation we're going to have in future episodes.
Yes. Well, how are you guys staying spooky?
Ooh, spooky. So, I just started The Devil in Disguise, the John Wayne Gacy series on Peacock.
Is it good?
So far, yeah. A couple episodes in. Really enjoying the actor that plays Gacy, and they tell it pretty much from day 0 where one of his victims goes missing and they start uncovering, the crawl space and whatnot.
Is it glorifying Gacy or is it like telling a story?
Telling a story. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So that we watched The Old Anaconda with J-Lo and Ice Cube.
Just an aside, that new Anaconda looks hilarious.
Oh yeah, totally.
I know. We all need to see it together
on Christmas.
That would be perfect. And then I just finished The Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre by Philip Fracassi.
That book is so freaking good.
It is so good. I loved it. I love Rose. And I loved the Baxter sisters, who are these like 3 elderly sisters that are doing witchcraft and trying to summon a demon, Max.
I love demons.
It was a Horus?
Wait.
H-A... Horus? Yeah. Horus?
H-O-R-U-S?
H-A-U-R-E-S. They said like what that he's like
a mountain lion or a panther.
I'm pretty sure it was legit.
No, it's not legit. If we're talking about Horus, that is like Egyptian Jesus. Falcon. Unless I'm mistaken.
It's he's also known as Flauros. He is a duke.
Is that
in the Lesser King of Solomon?
Okay, so a demon.
Yes.
He looked like a sexy mountain lion, though.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pull a red flag. Sorry.
Yeah, well, he's usually known as Flauros, but they called him Horus, which is another one of his names, apparently.
Horus is very similar to Horus,
yes,
which is Egyptian Jesus, and I'm gonna call a foul. Sorry, author.
Hey, I like to know these things, but I also like the sexy mountain lion demon in my head.
I am not opposed to that.
I want to just go on the record and say I'm fine with the sexy mountain lion demon.
I am fine with that, but let's make it historically accurate. Anyway.
How are you guys staying spooky?
Nathaniel.
I also stayed spooky by reading the Autumn Spring Retirement Home Massacre.
Yes.
Because it friggin' rules. Yeah, so I got to meet...
Except for the anachronist demon, whatever.
No, it's in the Lesser Key of Solomon.
Is it Egyptian or
No.
Babylonian?
It's Horus or Flauros. I just looked it up. It's in there.
Yeah, is it Babylonian or Egyptian?
I don't know. It's in the Lesser Key of Solomon, though.
Okay.
Anyway, but no, it's what makes it so great is that it's a slasher novel. But like no one is taking these deaths seriously because these are just old people that are having accidents in their homes. And so our final girl is an 80-year-old woman. It's really good. I'll have to lend you my copy or something, Max. You'll dig it.
I don't think I will after this conversation. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I am confused. It's okay. It's okay.
No, it's okay. It's that some of these ladies are trying to summon a demon, and it is, in fact, one that is mentioned in the Lesser Key of Solomon. It's just usually he's referred to by a different name.
So, an Egyptian name or a Babylonian name?
I don't know.
That matters to Max.
I feel like my
I'm
dad's
just saying I don't
fighting.
know, but I'm saying there are 5 names for him, and one of them, the one that you'll usually encounter is Flauros, Flauros, but he's also known as Horus, which sounds a lot like Horus. But that is just a delightful coincidence, maybe? I don't know. I don't think it has anything to do with Horus, the Egyptian god.
Well, sorry. I am concerned, and we'll figure it out later.
But I think you would dig this book because it's a really great slasher. It has great characters, and it just is so much fun. And then the other thing is kind of more horror adjacent, but I watched Predator Badlands recently, and that movie was really fun. It was kind of more of an action thriller sort of thing, but definitely has a lot of Wayland-Yutani stuff in it, and I don't know. It's just it's fun for anyone who loves Predator and or Alien.
Was the backpack girl, was it a problem?
No, she was really good.
Okay.
Yeah, like she did a really good job with the character. She was interesting and yeah, was part of the team. Like, it was surprisingly wholesome, I'll say. But yeah, she is a Wayland-Yutani designed synthetic.
Did she have bangs?
Did she have bangs? I don't remember.
Because, I mean, like, bangs are a thing now, you know, with Alien Earth, Aunt Gladys. That'd be the best, because then you could have, like, the trifecta of iconic horror bangs.
I will look. Max, how are you seeing Spooky?
Bangs.
Everybody
does not
loves
have
bangs, guys.
I am reading a very good book called Brother.
I've read that. It's good.
Oh, yeah. It's a very fun read. I'm very curious about how it is going to end. I'm a little nervous how it's going to end, but we will find out. And then Has Been Hotel. If you're not watching Has Been Hotel, you need to change your life because it's amazing.
I need to get on that.
I haven't finished the first season, but I do enjoy it.
Oh my god.
I've only seen one episode, but I really liked it too.
One episode? Both of you. Fix your lives.
You're asking a lot.
But yeah, no,
I am asking you to watch a show rather than read a book. Okay.
Oh no, I have to watch Sinners, I have to watch this, I gotta watch that. It's exhausting.
Plus, now I want to read some Anya Alborn since you're reading Brother, and apparently there's like 3 books by her that I haven't read yet. But she's great.
It's so good. She's wonderful. Her prose is immaculate.
Yes.
So,
yeah, she's definitely like one of those like unsung awesome horror writers that I think needs more attention.
Is not agreed. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I've read all but 3 of her books, and they're all very good. All right. Well, that was a little chaotic and everything, but stay spooky, everybody.
Stay spooky.
Stay spooky.